This shocking headline, supposedly published by The Atlantic magazine, went viral. It showed an image merging the faces of Adolf Hitler and Donald Trump, and it gained traction when Elon Musk shared it on his X account. But the headline is fake. The Atlantic said it had never published such an article. Instead, the fake headline was a distortion of this article here. And the article did not use an image of Trump and Hitler. All this happened in the critical final stretch of the US presidential election. Trump's political rise was accompanied by misinformation claims on issues like immigration or public health, and key figures of his team were accused of amplifying controversial and even false narratives. So, could this administration turn into a misinformation machine? Let's go back to Elon Musk, who is set to play a significant role in the new administration, leading a government efficiency drive. Trump has defended Musk. He said Musk will put the country first and that he has credibility. But a report by the Center for Countering Digital Hate revealed that Musk's false claims about the election were viewed over 2 billion times, and experts warn this troubling trend could escalate further.
I have no doubt that Musk will lie and mislead and obfuscate in order to advance the Trump agenda. And when he does, people will listen. That isn't to say that they'll do what he says or believe what he claims, but his voice is going to be a prominent one.
Beyond Musk, Trump's pick for Secretary of Health, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has also sparked criticism. He is well known for his anti-vaccine stance, which he denies, and for sharing conspiracy theories. Some of his past claims are still raising eyebrows.
COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The people most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese.
These comments were not only debunked as false and a conspiracy theory, they were also strongly denounced by Jewish organizations like the American Jewish Committee as being offensive and dangerous. RFK denied having suggested that COVID was targeted to spare Jews, and Trump has defended him, saying he is open-minded and will be less radical than people may think. However, Musk and Kennedy are not the only controversial figures. There's also Marco Rubio, Trump's pick for Secretary of State. Last year, Rubio claimed the number of undocumented immigrants in the US had reached 30 million.
10 million, 11 million, that was the number 15 years ago. Today, it's upwards of probably 25 to 30 million, maybe more.
In reality, the Department of Homeland Security estimated about 11 million undocumented immigrants in 2022, and several research centers calculated figures that are also far lower than Rubio's claim. So, Musk, RFK Jr., Marco Rubio, what impact could these misinformation claims have, especially since they're coming from top government officials?
I think it means that we're going to have declining trust in our agencies and political institutions that are tasked with upholding everything from human public health to producing reliable information about the state of our economic markets.
If I had to guess, the first few years of the Trump presidency are going to be defined by the administration's relentless quest to bring attention on itself.
But there's more to this. The discussion about what's true and what's not could also impact how media outlets work, and beyond that, to what extent press freedom is guaranteed. All this with a president who himself has a record of using misinformation as a political strategy, from voter fraud claims to undocumented immigrants in the country. During his first term, Trump repeatedly attacked media outlets, branding them fake news. Now he has suggested taking action against them, including cancelling broadcast licenses and even jailing journalists. These threats have been criticized by leading press freedom organizations, saying they should be taken seriously and calling for political action. And experts recommend journalists should strengthen their role, holding political leaders accountable.
Journalists are the custodians of the public interest. They serve the public by holding power to account and powerful officials to account. I think what they need to do is think about how do they shore up themselves as an institution to continue doing this work in the face of what will most surely be threats to their ability to do this work.
For some, the threats on the press and the misinformation coming from the top signal a troubling trend that could continue after the inauguration, turning the Trump administration into a misinformation machine. For others, it's more important to wait and judge Trump and his team mostly for what they do once they're in office and not for what they say beforehand. Now it's your turn. What are your views about the incoming US administration? Let us know in the comments.